As buyers are looking for properties and still running into a lot of low inventory, a lot of home buyers are looking at opening up their options to other types of properties. And among those options, there are a lot of buyers considering properties that are either a manufactured style property or a modular style property. Have you ever heard of these phrases before, these terms before in describing a type of property? And do you know what the difference is? Or did you even know that there's a difference between a modular and a manufactured home? We're going to talk about that today. Hi, my name's Deanna Bradford, and I'm a realtor with Reese Nichols Realtors, Excelsior Springs, Missouri, part of the Bill Hightower team. So when it comes to the differences between a modular and a manufactured property, really what it comes down to is how the properties are built. Both of these styles of homes are custom-built properties that are built offsite and then brought in. But here's where the difference is. Let's talk first about a modular home. A modular built home is going to be more like a traditional frame built home. It's built off-site, but then it is brought in and set on a permanent foundation. A manufactured home is different in that when it is built, it is a custom build, it is built off-site, but then it is put on what is called a chassis that can then be pulled to a location. So it is not a permanent foundation, permanent fixture that the home is placed on. A manufactured home, you may have also heard it be referred to as a mobile home. You can kind of connect those two to help you remember manufactured and mobile, because as I said, it is put when it is built offsite and then placed on this chassis so that it can then be pulled. It is actually mobile, can be pulled to mobily to a site and then placed. These types of homes must be certified by the U.S. Housing and Urban Development Department, so the HUD department. And with that comes guidelines that they have to abide by when they build these manufactured homes. On a modular home, since it is considered a permanent fixture, when it is placed, it is considered more like a stick-built home. They have the regular standard building codes to abide by in any city or county as any other stick-built home. This can have different financing options because of the different style of home. Your modular home is going to likely be able to qualify for more standard financing options like any other regular built home, whereas your manufactured home is going to have a lot more limited financing options available. Higher down payments, maybe harder to find a loan that will even work for them. Your modular home is going to be placed on personal property, whereas a manufactured home could be put on personal property, or it could be put on land that you lease. If you think of like a mobile home park where you rent the lot that you place your mobile home on, that's the difference of a manufactured. You wouldn't put a modular home in a location like that. Those are always going to go on a permanent property on a permanent foundation. So what are some pros and cons to these different types of properties? Let's talk about the modular home first. It can be built in ways that are more energy efficient when building the home. The home's value is likely to appreciate like any standard home. And again, we talked about financing. You can use traditional types of home financing to purchase a modular home that's on a permanent foundation, whereas the manufactured, there's going to be a lot limited options available to you when trying to finance something like that. Some of the cons of a modular home. On one side, it's good because it can be built quickly and efficiently when built off-site and then brought in. But however, you will be limited to size and style options available to you based on the companies that are building those homes for you. So if you're looking for a larger home, this may not be a good option. If you're looking for a starter home with smaller square footage, this could be an affordable option for somebody looking at something along those lines. Another negative, though, another con, is the fact that you have to bring it in and place it somewhere. So the cost to buy personal property and then the cost to run in the utilities and set the base up for the home to be placed on, in addition to the cost of the home being built off-site and brought in, all those costs could add up and make it higher than you would realize or think that it could be. Some of the pros of a manufactured home. Again, they're very customizable because of the fact that they're built offsite, and they're all completely built offsite. The safety of them, because they do abide by HUD's codes, they're going to be safe, because most of the stuff that HUD requires is regarding safety and functionality of the home. So that's a good thing to know, that because it's based on those guidelines, that it's going to be a safe home. Affordability wise, it's going to be cheaper than a modular home. Likely, you pay a lot less per square footage on a manufactured home. And the companies that build these homes have a very standard process. It's a very efficient construction process and can be built fairly quickly. Now, the downside on manufactured homes. Again, we talked about the fact that there's fewer financing options available for these types of properties, so that can make it difficult to come up with the money to buy them. They are likely not going to appreciate in value very much. There is just the stigma around mobile homes that come with those type of properties. So even to resell it later could be harder because of the fact that it is a manufactured home. The same problem with modular as far as like land availability, where to place the home, and just having access to all that you need on that land. The cost of the land and getting the land to where it is set up and ready for the home, and then the cost of the home itself. So all these things are things to consider when looking into a manufactured home as an option for a new home. So those are the main things, the big differences between a manufactured and a modular home. And this is not an option for a lot of people, but it is an option. And so I thought it would be good to talk about it and just talk about what the pros and cons are, and things that you might not think about or know about when considering these types of properties. Did you know there was a difference between modular and manufactured before this video today? I'd like to know. And if you have an opinion on these type of properties, share it in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion. I hope you found this information helpful. And if so, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss when I put new videos out each week. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope you have a blessed day.